Beautiful day, isn't it? I know it is. But today's video isn't about the beautiful day or beautiful weather. It's about something more serious. Something that I've seen people doing multiple times. Giving up. Giving up is easy. I know you've heard the saying, don't give up over 1,000 or 100 times already. But I'm gonna explain it to you in a way that is really easy to understand. I'm sure you're gonna understand it right away and you're gonna start changing your life. Cut the excuses, no giving up. When I do something, I'm gonna do it, that type of stuff. So, when you roll a d20 dice, so I don't have a dice right now, but imagine you have a d20 dice and you want to hit the number 20. What is the number of tries you need to have, or the number of times you're gonna roll to get the number 20? 20 times, right? Easy enough. But for some people, it's gonna be at the first try, and for some people, it's gonna be at the 100th time. But you're gonna keep rolling. You're gonna keep rolling because eventually it's gonna come. It's not. It isn't like it isn't gonna come. At the end, eventually, it's gonna come. So why don't you take life the same way as you roll a d20 dice? You know you're gonna get a good score or a good life, or you're gonna be eating the best meals, or you're gonna be in the best yacht or in the best Lamborghini. Why don't you start now? And why do you give up 2 weeks after? I know why. It's because of something called motivation. Motivation is basically you get the motive to do something, you do it for a certain period of time, but it isn't strong enough. You're gonna do it you're gonna get exhausted. You're gonna do all of what you have. Sorry for my stuttering. You're gonna put all that you have in that 2 weeks, but after that you're gonna be like, I'm too lazy. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Tomorrow you're gonna forget about it. So why do you actually give up? It's because there isn't. You don't know if there's gonna be an end or not. But consider life as a d10,000 dice. But every time you roll the dice, the number that you rolled disappears. So it's gonna be a greater chance to get the number that you want. And it isn't d100,000, by the way. It may be a d100, but you're gonna be trying for 100 times. It's not you're gonna be trying for 100 days. It's 100 times. It isn't called failing when you stop. It's called you found a way that won't work. So actually, we have something in the school. We have like most of the, known scientists. We have something of Thomas Edison on the wall. It says, "I haven't failed 10,000 times. I've only found 10,000 ways that won't work." Really good saying. Why don't you do that in your real life? Even after 10,000 or 100,000 times, it's gonna get there eventually. No matter what the odds are, if your goal is significant enough, it's gonna make a significant change in your life, then go for it. And discipline is actually really easy. I've talked about this in the last video or the video before that. Discipline is not easy, my bad, but you can make it easier. Nothing in this life is easy. If you want to reach the top, you're gonna have to put in hard work. If it was easy, everyone would do it and everyone would be at the top. And then the top would be just the rock bottom again. Always aim to be at the top, no matter what the odds are. And no matter what the odds are, you need to keep working. That was it. I hope this makes a change in your life. No matter what your religion is, trust that God will help you. God, imagine this. God has two people that he can give the luxurious life, the Lambo, everything. He finds someone who is hardworking, who is disciplined, works out every day, not works out, and works out too. So he's making money and he's keeping good track of his fitness, which by the way is probably a good deed to God because he gave you a body and you made it better. Made it better doesn't mean you're gonna go have plastic surgery because that way you're as if you're customizing, but you cannot customize humans. Only God can build humans, or not build, astaghfirullah. He can create humans in the way he likes. So, if you, what I'm saying is, if you're exercising, that's a good deed, and yeah, God will always choose the hard worker over the other guy. Who is the other guy? The guy who sits there and says, one day, even if he's really pious and religious, God won't give him the life that he wants except when he starts working hard. But of course, God is not gonna spawn a Ferrari in his garage or something. It's gonna start with maybe sending him a video, and then, oh, what is this video? I wanna see it. And then you see it, and it has some very valuable information, and that information leads to the luxurious lifestyle. What I'm saying is, never give up, but just don't say never give up to somebody. I want you to understand how giving up works. Imagine if you stopped rolling the D20 dice. Isn't gonna stop anything. No, you're not gonna get the 20, the number 20 that you wanted. But if you kept rolling, eventually you're gonna get it. So why don't you try and fail and try and fail, which isn't even called failing. At this point, it isn't called failing. Yeah, this was it. See you in the next one.